Welcome again to some more 0K action. It's continuing onwards for the tournament. Just get to the game. Okay, there we go. So yeah, this is the second round of the finals match between GoogleFrog and Fealthas for the September 2014 1v1 0K tournament. Of course, it's going to be on the Comet Catcher Redux map, so GoogleFrog losing the last round decided on this, and he's going for hovercraft. Yay. GoogleFrog also going for hovercraft. Oh no, actually, I think I got the player's name switched over there. Yeah, GoogleFrog decided on this map, and yeah, he's going for hovercraft, as well as Fealthas. But, there we go. Blah blah, got fun, gonna be funny. Yeah, funny in quotation marks, so... God, it's just... yeah. I mean, hovercrafts are nice, but yeah. They could do with a little bit of bouncing. What I've seen, and what others have said. You can always just go on what others have said, but anyway. Yeah, there you go, we're going to get dagger wars. Everyone loves daggers, look at that. Got hot dagger on dagger action there. Missiles as well, because why not? Gauss cannons all over the place. There you go. And looks like GoogleFrog's just going to be spamming daggers, and Fealthas as well. Wow, what a freaking surprise. Yeah, I mean, these things are just ridiculously fast. I think darts might be slightly faster than them, but the problem is that darts are pretty much like fleas, and that they fall to anything, really. I mean, daggers sort of fall very easily as well, but they do have a little bit more HP at the very least, and a much better weapon compared to the darts little dart weapon, or whatever the hell it's meant to be. It's like a laser dart or something like that. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, well, you'd... yeah, theoretically, thanks. Theoretically, yes, should I say, yes. Yeah, but apparently they still need to be balanced. Come on, man. If this... yeah, I do recall there being a pretty high usage of hovercraft in one of the other 1v1 tournaments, but that was a bit of a while ago. They should have... I'm pretty sure there's been some bounce patches since then, and apparently still hasn't really been addressed properly. I wonder if there's water underneath this map, actually. Just terraform some rivers if you're playing against light vehicles or something, and you're playing as hovercraft. Yeah, you wouldn't know. But yeah, apparently... yeah, that's the thing, these daggers are just so incredibly fast. They do high alpha damage as well, which means they can use their speed to great effect as well. I mean, raiders in general, yeah, usually use their speed to great effect anyway, but daggers especially, because they're incredibly fast and they do loads of damage with well, for a raider, they do loads of damage with a single shot. So that basically means they can quickly dart in, quickly dart out. Ironically, they do a much better job of that than the aptly named dart itself. So, that's daggers for you. You'll be picking hovers. Yeah, well, too bad. That seems to be the case. Actually, there could be if there's like a big open map with a combination of water and land. But now this one's pure land, and I'm not seeing any light vehicles. So, there you go. Yes, these hovercraft by GoogleFrog coming in, not really doing too much damage. So yeah, GoogleFrog actually getting beaten in the last round. There's still a few more rounds to go though, so he's definitely not out. But yeah, probably did ruffle his feathers slightly, very slightly, I'm sure, because you know he's still #1. Well, at the moment he's ranked #1 for a 0K, and you don't normally get that without a good reason, especially for a hyper-competitive game like 0K. Flat terrain, yeah, indeed. Yes. Well, in any case, got a counter-attack by Fealthas, doing a bit of economic damage, losing, yeah, not much really, just a single dagger, so just coming in, swarming, doing what they do best. He needs to watch out though. It does look like a concave was temporarily set up by GoogleFrog And no longer do, but yeah, GoogleFrog and Fealthas definitely neck and neck in terms of army value, and economy is roughly the same as well. Slightly more, okay, a bit more for Fealthas because he's reclaiming, I think, but otherwise, yeah, it is roughly the same. So there you go. Scorchers should be buffed. Actually, it's probably not so much that they should be buffed. Maybe daggers should be nerfed. That probably would be the better idea, because I think Scorchers are pretty... Indeed. Yes. Yeah, I think Scorchers are pretty damn good if you use them correctly, but yeah, I don't know, daggers, they got such incredible strengths, really. They do so much damage for a raider on their first shot, and they're so damn fast that they can, you know, they can get in, they can get out while they're reloading, come back in, etc, etc. And yeah, they can just do such a great job running away from stuff that would take them out incredibly easily. They're just so damn fast. Yeah, and the health, I mean, it's not that great, of course, but 300 hit points, not too shabby, given that they cost 90 metal each. We're just seeing a bit of dagger wars, basically. Indeed. Yeah, you'd think so, actually, but yeah, there you go. Really, they're just such an incredible raider. And of course, you know, hovercraft have also got some pretty good units as well, like the mace and such. I'm not really sure if the mace really is too overpowered. Maybe you could do with a slight tweak, but I think the daggers will be the bigger issue. Yeah, Blue Templar does make a point about why the hell hovers should be more mobile than freaking light vehicles, but anyway. Yeah, daggers are, exactly, yeah. And daggers are, well, in numbers, they're pretty good against Scorchers, so... Not really sure if they outrange Scorchers, but yeah. The fact that they're so incredibly, ridiculously mobile on and off the water is just kind of silly. So maybe that's actually what needs to be done to the... Oh, actually, a very nice concave being established by Fealthas as well, actually. GoogleFrog walking straight into that. Well, it's not so much that they need to be slow. Certainly not advocating like a massive speed reduction or something like that, but maybe just a tiny tweak to their speed, and just to see, you know, how they go with that. Just so that they don't have a harder turn rate. Actually, might be an interesting thing to do as well. So yeah, maybe slightly reducing their overall speed, or maybe just reducing the rotational speed of their turrets. It's just a sort of really small thing, just a really small change to one or both of those attributes, and they might actually do the trick without making them useless. Really, they turn like a behemoth already? I never really noticed their turrets turning particularly slowly. It's kind of hard to tell while the battle's going though, but if they can't arrange a Scorcher, they are worthless. Well, yeah. Not necessarily, if they're given like a longer range maybe. Slightly longer range, or at least the same range as a Scorcher, or something like that. It's because of the fact that Scorchers don't do much damage at their max range, they have to get pretty close to be able to do that. Yeah, DPS, yeah, that's true, but the thing is, they can move so damn quickly. Yeah, exactly, they went through speed. Their high alpha damage is, well, contributes quite a bit as well. The actual DPS might not be that great, but they can do so much damage on an initial salvo and then just quickly run out of there. It's just ridiculous. But there we go, enough of that. Well, it's kind of hard not to talk about anything else, because we're just seeing this as dagger wars at the moment. But there you go. Anyway, Fealthas going with plane switch. We've only a couple of planes, only 3 freaking Swifts, and a plane and a gunship switch by GoogleFrog. Interesting. GoogleFrog going for crap loads of bombers, and a few Swifts as well. What do you know? Yes. What do you know, indeed? So I don't know. Maybe the daggers. Okay, I'm pretty sure they're meant to count as raiders. In fact, I'm pretty sure, yeah, a fast attack hovercraft. That's pretty much a fucking raider. I mean, really, fast attack hovercraft it's a raider basically. But yeah, maybe just make them slightly slower, or yeah, just a small tweak. You in my opinion, is all that's really needed. But there you go, Shadow Fury apparently pointing something out. Oh yeah, the GoogleFrog's attempted attack, I think, yes. Getting completely demolished there. That was ridiculous as well. I can't use darts, pretty much for the same reason we can't use fleas, because darts just die way too quickly and their weapon ranges are just way too shitty as well, so yeah. Really even well, you distract them basically, but yeah, dagger weapon is AoE as well, so yeah, darts would just well, unless if they're perfectly positioned, they would pretty much fall in droves. But anyway, we're actually going to be seeing a drop, funnily enough, and drop from GoogleFrog. GoogleFrog the dropper. So he's going to be dropping one mace over here, and the rest of them are going to be dropped in the base itself. Very nicely done. So I was using the Valkyrie. Okay. Can't remember what the other transport was called, but anyway, good job actually. He basically just swept in with his maces, dropped them in, and he's going to blow up a fusion reactor at the same time, blowing up all the caretakers. Well, a couple of caretakers. Down goes the plane plant. Only one thingy remains, one mace remains. It won't be able to do too much more damage. Unfortunately, not being able to take out the fusion reactor. GoogleFrog, yeah, he could have done a better job with focus firing in my opinion, but yeah, he still did pretty good actually. Pretty damn good. He lost everything, but he did quite a bit of economic damage, and he also destroyed the production of planes for Fealthas as well. Is GoogleFrog going to take advantage of that? He might, if it wasn't for the fact that he doesn't have to, that does have to worry about an attack in his own base by Fealthas, which was dispatched relatively quickly. Yeah, mostly just a whole bunch of dead daggers, nothing really to worry about for GoogleFrog there. Yeah, indeed. Indeed. They don't hold daggers, they die to daggers, that's the problem. They don't hold them at all. Yeah, indeed. Yeah, they won't even slow down the daggers can basically ignore them. Really, that's basically what it comes down to. And speaking of daggers, we've got yet more daggers coming in by GoogleFrog, and they're going to be running into the defences. So Stardusts are going to be pretty effective. The problem, of course, being the fact that, you know, Stardusts don't cover much ground. In fact, Fealthas has actually got a little bit of a gap there. And is GoogleFrog going to exploit that? We'll just have to wait and see. GoogleFrog has exploited the gap here very nicely, managing to go up to the left like that, but okay, they're on one-hit darts. Yeah, still, darts don't really do much either though, so yeah, piercing damage indeed would be the killer. But yeah, I mean, the thing with Stardust, of course, is that yeah, the daggers can easily just go, they can retreat and just go somewhere else, while the Stardust, you need quite a few of them to cover a big map like this, and even then, Fealthas has actually left a bit of a side corridor, possibly for the darts to, not darts, for the daggers to actually exploit. At the very least, these these maces, well, they'll be untouchable by the darts in numbers at the very least. So, yeah, Fealthas is just going to use them as a bit of an assault unit. They're pretty beefy actually for right units. They're not exactly that cheap either, but yeah, they can certainly take a bit of damage. Fealthas, I'm surprised he actually went in with such an attack and he didn't actually go with halberds in front. That really would have helped loads versus these defenders. Just going in with a single halberd in front, on hold fire of course, so that it gets the damage reduction or against it. But what the hell, I mean, these guys are still alive, but yeah, it would have been far more efficient of course to yeah, not to send in the maces on their own, but still, Fealthas, he seems to be on top of his game here. And now it's also good to see them going away from darts. Jesus. And it's only 14.5 minutes in the game as well. There you go. Yes, indeed. Yeah, it kind of sucks really, but yeah, just a few minor tweaks are needed. We definitely do not need to go overboard with tweaking hovercraft and be just a little bit weaker, not too much weaker, but anyway. But well, there you go. I suppose it's going to be discussed until it's changed ultimately. And yeah, we've just got attacks happening all over the place really. Fealthas going for a bit of a left hook on GoogleFrog's economy, and yeah, it's just destroying everything, all the outlying stuff. And GoogleFrog at the same time, he's going for a bit of an attack with his Ravagers. Oh, Wait a minute, he's actually switched over to vehicles as well. Okay. Don't know why I didn't notice that. His fusion reactor is just fine. So yeah, he's got gunships as well as light vehicles, hovercraft and planes. So yeah, switching over to light vehicles, funnily enough. And yeah, they're just going to pretty much ignore these Stardusts. In fact, I'm surprised he didn't just... I don't know why he really went for a vehicle switch. He could have just gone in with a halberd. A couple of halberds maybe, and just use them to tank the damage from the Stardusts and just go behind with either with darts or even with scalpels and maces, really. So yeah, there you go. Apparently the maces by Fealthas not really being able to do too much to the base proper of GoogleFrog, but still being able to do quite a bit of damage to his entire bottom left position. But GoogleFrog definitely not out of the round just yet, despite the fact that he's got an economic and military disadvantage according to the raw numbers. Masons win indeed. Indeed, and yeah, well, he's definitely going for one last assault by the looks of things, and he's actually done quite a bit of damage. Definitely cleared a nice little hole for daggers to exploit, although yeah, that's the thing, there are a few random Stardusts and Lotuses around here as well to form a bit more of a defense in depth for Fealthas. Although Fealthas, he still does have a single Ravager to worry about, but really he's got a couple of bombers. I'm surprised he's not actually sending them out. I suppose he's got a couple of hovercraft to send out instead, the dagger and the mace, so why not? Hey, the mace is actually 400 compared to the 250 for the Ravager, Jesus. So yeah, definitely no contest for 1 versus 1, I think. Although that depends on positioning and all that as well, actually, so... Because yeah, the projectiles are so god-awfully slow for the fucking Ravagers, ridiculous. In either case, he's down, so down and out for the count. Google is not out just yet though, but really, he's really fighting a bit of an asymmetrical battle overall, just given the differences in values there. But there you go, he is down. Down for the count. Very good loot and pillage. Mexus destroyed 19 by Fealthas. Very good rating actually, indeed. So there you have it. Taking the second game. Will he take the third game? We'll find out in a second. So see you all in the next video.